Welcome to Sunday Morning Quarterback with Jay Stockwell and Bob Frady.
UB, what's going on here? Wednesday afternoon big prediction show for Louisiana Tech.
Jaybird, it is lovely to see you, but I have to admit you look rather sinister with that lighting that you got going on there. Did something happen in Minnesota where, like, Nebraska wins a game and all of a sudden it's like, I am the darkness. Nebraska shall win the game.
I want you to know I spent literally 10 seconds on lighting. So this is just a function of not paying attention to lighting.
Listen, just in the future, you might want to spend more than 10
Let
seconds.
me do it, Bob Frady. When you look good, this good, it doesn't matter what the light is.
You got that right, baby. You got that right. Once we get outside of total darkness, it's all the bonus round for me.
So I am very excited about this week's upcoming podcast, Bob, because it's Military Week. We are having our guest, Andrew Bundermann. Not many of you may know that I'm a retired Navy commander, having flown the P-3 Orion for 25 years as a tactical coordinator and mission commander, 8 years active, 16 in the
rode in the
reserves.
P-3. You were the navigator, right? You told him where to go.
Said tactical coordinator and mission commander.
Yeah,
That's
I flew the P-3. It's like, no, I told him where to go.
I liked my job on the P-3. The fun stuff in the P-3 happened in the back. The guys up front were like,
clouds. Kind of like sports writers. Oh, we don't need that today.
The best part about the P-3 was the 42 countries we got to go to. In the active duty, we did anti-submarine warfare, tracking Soviet submarines. In the reserves, we did counter-narcotics operations. So got to see a big half of the world. And we even went over to Japan a couple of times, China a little bit, South China Sea. So
that sounds like a cool job. I was like, there it is. I see it. All right. Do you get like a bonus if you spot one? Or how does it work when you're spotting Soviet submarines? Do you tail it? Do you mark it? Do you shoot it with some dye so you can identify it the next time? What happens when you're tracking a submarine?
It's classified, UB. I could tell you,
yeah.
But then,
I could tell you, but you would have to die.
So, but the reason I'm so excited about the show is our friend Andrew Bundermann is going to be on. Andrew was featured prominently in the movie The Outpost. It's a story about the Battle of Kamdesh, the most decorated battle since World War II. On which there are 2 living Medal of Honors winners, and Andrew, a Minnesota Gopher grad, so we'll get his perspective on the Big Ten and the whole season. But then we're going to talk a little bit about his experiences. And we just did, during the Minnesota game, we had him speak at an event at my country club for the Nebraska Business School.
Hey,
and let's
save
just say,
something for the podcast there, Stockwell.
Yeah, I will.
Listen, this is a Medal of Honor, right?
Well, he's Distinguished Service Cross, which is the second highest. So.
Distinguished Service Cross, man. There aren't very many of those going around. We're going to have one up on our podcast. You know why? Because that's the kind of guy Jay Stockwell is. He brings in the quality talent. I just make jokes about sewer systems.
So you guys will get to meet Andrew on Sunday. We're going to tape late Sunday afternoon based on his schedule, so it'll be out a little later on Monday. But I promise you it's going to be a great podcast. And I highly encourage you watching the movie The Outpost if you haven't. As Bob has referenced, I'm a war movie buff, having spent 25 years in the military.
Where does this lie on the list of Jay Stockwell's favorite war movies? Accepting the fact that you know Andrew. It's like, where does it rank?
Oh, it's an instant top 10, because what they get right in this thing is just like the real camaraderie of a crew. This is only 53 guys on this like really remote outpost. And they were up against 400 guys. And as Andrew said in the speech, they got attacked. They were in a kinetic battle for 35 days in a row.
Save that for the podcast. Prediction time.
Yeah.
People are like, what's your prediction?
So
are you doing this? Hold on. Is this disrespectful to Louisiana Tech that you're talking about war movies rather than giving a prediction because you think we're done here?
No, look. Look, we can't take these guys lightly. Let me kind of go in order of how I'm thinking about this game. First, you got a quarterback battle now. I think Heinrich earned the right to start, even if Jeff Sims is healthy. But I know Matt Rule is kind of favoring bringing Jeff Sims back. But Heinrich is the man. He's big. He even said it. He said, I'm big, I'm fast, I'm tough. And he demonstrated that. He did have the one fumble. And then...
but that wasn't really a fumble. He got He got his his head handed to him, and it was a fumble, but not his. It wasn't like, oops, I dropped it. It was a good hit.
But the good news is now we've got two proven quarterbacks, and I think they can complement each other. And if one gets hurt, we've got one as a backup. I'd let Sims sit and let that ankle really heal, because that ankle's going to be with him the whole season if they try to bring it out too early.
Speaking of which, the injury bug has really bitten Nebraska this week. It's
no question.
That's quite a shame.
That's where I'm going next. So, especially in the context of the running back situation, I'm glad we got two quarterbacks that can play. But as you mentioned, Heinrich Johnson out with a shoulder, and Gabe Ervin out with a hip for the season. Both of them in surgery this week.
You know what? Hold on a second. I hate when people say that he's out with the hip. It's like he's always out with the hip. He's got two hips. It's like he's out with an injured hip. Like, just say the word injured. Yeah. It's not that many. It's not that many syllables. It's 2 syllables. Injured. He's out with an injured hip.
All right.
Okay. Great. Not out with the hip. He's always out with it. He's always out with a hip, because the N stands for knowledge, and I know that.
All right. So, but the good news is we've got Anthony Grant, who had a good year last year. Now I was listening to some other podcasts. They were talking about how he slowed down during the year and obviously had his turnover issues. But this brings up Emmet Johnson. Emmet Johnson's a kid here from Minnesota. He actually dated, believe it or not, Blake Nixon's daughter, friend of ours. So really excited to see him play, local Minnesota guy. And then Billy Kemp has put his hand up and said, I could go into the running back room if need be. So I still think we got some good players, and then there's 2 other younger guys behind them that look like they're ready to go. So I'm optimistic quarterback and running back. But now Nebraska's offense, Bob, is ranked 99th. Okay.
Yep.
But here's the good news. Our defense, rushing defense, is ranked number 2 in the country. Okay. And 29th overall. Listen to this. This is the offensive rank of all of our remaining opponents. As of this week, so as of week 3, now it's obviously going to change, but it lends support for your 8-4 reco. So Louisiana Tech, 58, Michigan, 61, Illinois, 87, Northwestern, 125, it only goes up to 130, Purdue, 65, Michigan State, 78, Maryland, 22, Wisconsin, 43, and Iowa, 119. So our defense against the remaining opponents as of week 3 stacks up very well. Okay.
There you go. What you're telling me, Stockwell, is that we have a chance.
The defense is playing 37 guys, literally 30. That's a movie reference. I know. Which movie was that from? That we have a chance.
It's Dumb and Dumber. Come on.
Dumb and Dumber, of course. Yeah,
What's
of course.
This 1 in a million stuff.
Yeah. So exactly. We have a very good chance. And I'm not deep on Louisiana Tech. I didn't really go, but we're a 20-point favorite, right? I think the offense is
those half points matter.
Okay. Well, it's 20.5 when I looked at it. So my call is a 35-7 win. The over/under is 47 points. I would take Nebraska 35-7 and the under in the parlay. Although we lost the parlay last week. So there you have it.
That game was 5 seconds too long. If the game had been 5 seconds shorter, we'd have won the parlay. That's why we don't bet.
Exactly.
Okay. So I would say this about that. Louisiana Tech puts points on the board. Now, they give up a lot of points as well. So I'm expecting a little bit more high-scoring game. I think it's 35-21. So I think that Louisiana Tech will cover the spread, but that they'll go over. Who knows? But I think it will be a Nebraska victory. But listen, this is what we thought about Georgia Southern last year. So you got to hold our breath a little bit and see them come through. I like the fact that they ran the ball, and they're going to have to run the ball to control the clock. And good things are coming. Good things.
Awesome. Well, hey, and update on our travel plans. Our current plan right now is to go to the Wisconsin game at Wisconsin. Unfortunately, Michigan doesn't work out, and it doesn't work out on my end either now, Bob, because guess what? The 2022 Edina Country Club, 2022, I'm talking, Green Jacket match has been scheduled for the 1st of October at 9 a.m.
Is this the G flight that you're in?
No. That's club championship. I was in third flight this year. I won my first match, lost my second match. This is the 2022 season-long member. So we're in the championship of that, meaning we won like 6 matches to get there. But it was canceled, or not canceled, postponed, because one of the guys that is a professional hockey player, a guy by the name of Eric Stahl for I think the Panthers. I think they went to the Stanley Cup. So he's back now. And then, so we thought we were going to play it early in the summer, but then his partner had an Achilles. So Roger
Achilles injury. An Achilles injury. Because guess what? He always has an Achilles. He has 2 of them.
So day after the Michigan game, we are playing that match and for the 2022 championship. So
do I get
Marty's
to caddy
still got
for
the
you?
trophies.
Can I caddy for you?
Maybe.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And if you want to take out the kneecaps of the pro hockey player, maybe.
No. I just wear a Boston Bruins shirt around him. See what happens.
That's great.
Yeah. So hey, listen, I think it's going to be a fun game. I am actually probably not going to see it live because it's Parents' Weekend this weekend, and I got to go to my daughter's college. So, where I will be scouting for next year because Arizona State, where she goes, plays USC. So we'll see what happens with that game. But I'm going to try to catch it live, but if I don't, I'll watch it on tape, and we'll go from there.
Is this Bears down? Bears down?
No, that's Arizona.
Oh,
Arizona State's the Sun Devils.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
it's going to be
know that.
It's going to be 95 degrees.
Who's our favorite Sun Devil? Randall McDaniel.
Randall McDaniel, that's right. Don't you forget that.
So you'll hear more about Randall next week this weekend with the Andrew Budd, who's become a good friend of Andrew's as well. So, all right, that's it. That's the prediction show. Looking forward to the Louisiana Tech 2:30 kickoff on Fox. It's Nebraska's third nationally televised game this season.
Okay, so let's see if you get it this time. You ready, Stockwell? Go Big Red!
Go Big Red!